And I call the member for Reid.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. Will the Treasurer outline to the House how the extension of the Morrison government's JobKeeper program is saving businesses, especially in my seat of Reid?
The Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Reid for her question and acknowledge her extensive experience as a businesswoman, as a psychologist and as someone who has a PhD for her research around children with autism, Mr Speaker, and I acknowledge that experience before coming to this place. JobKeeper has been a remarkable program. They're not my words, they're the words of the Governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia. At $101 billion, this is an investment in protecting people's lives and livelihoods. And today, JobKeeper is supporting more than 3.5 million Australian workers and around 1 million Australian businesses, Mr Speaker. And we are seeking to pass legislation through this parliament today which will see the extension and the expansion of this remarkable program, with effectively an extra $30 billion being put to work, Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Australian people. And this legislation will also include important regulations around labour market flexibility, Mr Speaker. Labour market flexibility has been critical to the JobKeeper businesses being able to keep their doors open and to keep their staff employed through this crisis, Mr Speaker. Now, there are remarkable stories in every corner of this country about JobKeeper, like in the electorate of Bass, Flinders Island Aviation, like in the electorate of Boothby, Mr Speaker, with Central Audio Visual, Mr Speaker, like in the electorate of Curtin, Barchetta Cafe, Mr Speaker, like in the electorate of Higgins that we heard recently, very special kids, a children's hospice, Mr Speaker. We have heard right across the country, including F45 Jim in the member for Ryan's electorate, Mr Speaker. Around the country there are remarkable stories. There's also a remarkable story in the electorate of Reid, Mr Speaker. And Mr Speaker, it relates to the Children's Tumour Foundation, a small not-for-profit supporting parents with children suffering from neurofibromatosis, Mr Speaker. It's based at the 5 Dock in Sydney, and they have 5 people on JobKeeper. This is what Ruth said about the remarkable JobKeeper program. It's a complete lifeline for us. It's been able to keep us going in these very turbulent times when we've got more people impacted and needing our services more than ever before. This is the JobKeeper program, supporting lives and supporting livelihoods. The JobKeeper program is helping to keep people in a job, Mr Speaker. The JobKeeper program is helping the national economy, Mr Speaker, and the JobKeeper program is helping the well-being of millions of Australians.